Welcome back, Switchheads, to my second update video for Fuze Player. And yet again, this is an update video, so I'll link my original review down below. But it is worth saying that it's a 89p program that gets updated with new community-made content, so that measly 89p value gets bigger and bigger every time one of these updates come out. Also, no scores for the games, only my thoughts and, well, if I enjoyed them, as these games are mainly made by non-professionals, and to be quite honest with you, it does look like it takes a lot of time to make these games, and also, well, probably quite a bit of skill as well, and probably would take someone like me a long time to actually, refine my skills in this in order to make something actually decent and playable. Although I am quite open to the thought that if the devs or publisher would like to reach out to me and send me a review key, I would be quite happy to try it out and, well, maybe even do like a vlog of the making of a game from, well, quite frankly, my point of view, which would be an amateur's point of view. And now, the main event. First up, Super Funky Bowling. What do you get if you mix Super Monkey Ball and bowling together? Kind of this, I suppose. Roll your ball along the platform, knocking the Skittles and get... Are they Skittles or pins? Comment down below. And once you've knocked them all down, well, basically go and find this gold platform, and then you're done. Extra elements are actually added as you play through the game, like little gaps that you have to jump over, as well as the actual playing field getting more and more complicated to sort of like run around in or on. I found this to be a great puzzler type game and easily one of my favourite Fuze Player games to date. I found it controlled pretty well and I had fun playing it. And next up we have Misspelt Poets Society. Basically, this one's a set of poems with some words mixed up, and it's up to you to find which ones are not correct and click on them to correct them. A strange but unique puzzle that, well, is okay to play, but for me has a really good learning tool aspect to it, giving a great reason to read poems and also to learn from. I do like the idea of this one, although I felt it was not one I'd come back to a lot, but I can definitely see learning aspects from this. And now we have Reversed. This one's taken from a classic game where you leap over your opponent in an attempt to open the board up and to also in the end have the most of your coloured discs on the board. It's definitely a simple concept, but trust me, it's very hard to win a game. Perfect for those who, well, basically like a challenge. But for me though, I would find myself playing in chunks, coming back only now and again. Ninja Gal! A platformer puzzler where it's up to you to guide our Ninja Gal to a door on the levels, whilst keeping her alive. And whilst it actually looks quite basic, I found it to be a challenge to traverse the levels of spikes, jumps, lava and moving objects. The controls, however, felt good apart from the odd time having to jump up the walls and over a spike. It kind of felt a little bit fiddly doing that. But on the other hand, I will say I've paid money for some puzzler platformers that looked better but did not play as well as this one. In fact, I enjoyed it. And last up we have Retro Time. Now this one sports 8 different retro inspired games with 3 modes and a fun soundtrack. You will be choosing from the likes of Brick Breaker, Space Invaders, Snake and even Tetris type thing, to name but a few. And with different modes that will have you playing them all one after the other, changing the actual game every 2 minutes and seeing how big a score you can gather before each of those 2 minutes end. There's also a mode which kind of like is the simplest mode, where you can play each game singly and, as you wish. And then there's a time attack mode for each single game with a 5-minute timer. And I have to say, I did enjoy this one a lot, and it's definitely up there as one of my favourites. Hitting them member berries quite hard, I would say, as I grew up with a lot of these originals. The controls, lucky enough, felt good, and it looked the part as well, and that music fitted really well. And so, I do hope this has helped you out, and feel free to leave a comment down below. Feel free to like and subscribe as well if you have enjoyed this update and want more in the future. Feel free to come chat in our community Discord. We welcome newcomers because life is better when we switch together.